Thank you. Thank you. Andrew.
Thank you. Andrew Gray from Reuters. A question on Sudan. High Representative, you mentioned the thousands of deaths and immense suffering and said that today's decision to sanction one individual sent a strong signal the international community will come after those who are responsible. But is the international community, and specifically the EU, ready to go after those who are responsible for supplying the weapons that allows this suffering to happen? In particular, as you know, there are credible reports that the UAE is supplying the RSF group, which is responsible for the latest atrocities. Or is this a case of EU double standards where you will sanction countries that supply weapons to Russia, but not countries that supply weapons to an African militia which is accused of genocide?
Thank you. Very good question. So, yes, all the member states who spoke today also referred to the enablers of the warring parties. I mean, these warring parties could not really engage in these atrocities if they wouldn't have the weapons that somebody's, their enablers are giving them. So, clearly, I mean, to stop this, we need to discuss what more can we do in this regard, and the reach out to the countries is what we agreed. The outreach, diplomatic outreach to those countries, and raise those issues to really stop this, and then we can see what more can we do. Thank you,
Andrea. Thank you very much. It appears that, I want to come back to Ukraine, it appears that President Zelensky is under pressure to actually accept this plan we have been talking about. What exactly, if anything, have you discussed in order to help him resist this pressure in particular? Thank you.
Thank you. First, we discussed that the pressure should be on the aggressor. I mean, we haven't seen one single concession from Russian side, and they are the ones who have started this war. They are the ones who have invaded another country. They are the ones who are doing the killings of the civilians in Ukraine. So, they can also stop this war immediately. And that's why, our approach is to put the pressure on the aggressor to really stop this. And this is the messages that we are conveying also to our other partners around the world. We also, the discussions regarding reparations loan is also about, helping Ukraine to defend itself and sending a clear signal to Russia that they can't outlast Ukraine.
Nuruddin.
Nuruddin Fridi from Al Arabiya. Madam High Representative, responding to Prince Mohammed bin Salman, President Trump announced last night that the United States is going to work with the Quad parties to try to put an end to the war in Sudan. What is your reaction to that? And my specific question is related to what has been said about the individual who has been sanctioned. My question is, why it is only one, who is Abdurrahim Doglu? He's one of the three brothers who are leading the RSF. I guess your services knows them. And these three are on the top of the organization. They have the financial arm, they have the political leadership, etc., etc. Why it is not the whole leadership to be targeted in this section? Thank you.
Thank you. First, on the peace, we welcome all meaningful peace efforts that are made, that the human suffering will stop in Sudan. So, of course, America has also leverage over those parties. So hopefully this produces results. On your other question, I actually, I haven't been personally working on the personal sanctions. So I can't answer your question right now, but I will return. I mean, the overall understanding was that we should do more in order to stop this war. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela, and then Thomas. In the back, sorry.
Thank you. Angela Mauro, HuffPost Italy. Good evening, High Rep. This morning you were asked if EU officials participated in the elaboration of transplant for Ukraine, and you replied that as far as you know, no EU official participated. At the end of this day, did you have time to check, and can you tell us exactly if you think and if you know if any EU official participated in this plan? Thanks.
Thank you. Like I said, the discussions were very calm and focusing on the issues that we are doing, because we have been quite steady in our plans, whereas there are other things happening outside, but we have been very focused and stable in our plans, which was what we were discussing. No, to answer your question, nobody reflected that they were part of it, so no.
Thomas.
Thanks for the question. Thomas Kutschka with Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung. I have a number of questions on potential further measures against the shadow fleet. So, for instance, you've said that there should be continuous listings. Has this been agreed today, or do you expect a decision in December? How about the pre-authorized boardings? You've been calling for this for some time already. Do you now have a tasking so that you can start negotiations? And then member states suggested to also go after third countries that support the shadow fleet or actors in third countries. Has this been agreed? So basically, what's the way forward on this? Thank you.
Thank you. Very, very good question. First on the rolling, the putting sanctions on the shadow fleet on more rolling basis than only in the packages. The ideas come from member states, and we agreed that they also provide the different ideas, and then we also work with the Commission to be more agile in this regard. The majority who spoke on that said that they agreed to this approach, that we do it faster. We don't wait for next package, because we saw and heard from the intelligence how these sanctions on the shadow fleet are really having an effect. So we will work on that. Then, yes, it's true. I've been talking regarding this mandate to negotiate quite long, but in European Union things take time. And now we are at this point where we discuss this with the member states and we can proceed. Then also the third countries and the enablers, all the services provided to those shadow fleet. We are doing the outreach and working together with also our other partners. I mean, what we saw today as well, what kind of effect it has when we do something alone, if we do it together with the United States and the UK, or we do it with the UK and European Union. I mean, it's clear that we have the biggest effect if all US, UK and EU and other partners are also on board. So this is a clear line of work we have ahead, and this is maybe not every time a big package, but rather, the measures that we have. Also, the coordination of the measures that can be used to, slow down these ships, whether it's environmental issues, whether it's insurance issues. And today, with the ASEAN partners, we also raised this issue because it is also a question of maritime security and environment. So it is in the interest of all the countries that operate in the maritime sphere, that the rules are fair and these rules are followed. Thank you.
Thank you. Last question, Mattia.
Thank you very much. Mattia Bagnoli, ANSA, the National Italian News Agency. 2 questions, Hirep, again on Ukraine. First of all, the Ukrainian foreign minister was connected today by TC. So my first question is, did he acknowledge that the plan exists? Because so far, this is just some of your colleagues today described it as a speculation. We don't know what it is in there. So I was wondering if the minister told you, at least if there is something in there that he could share with you. And secondly, the reparation loan discussions obviously takes time. There is a rush to wrap it up before the end of the year. The money is needed. But in the end, if there is a peace plan, and if this peace plan appears very quickly, then it's very difficult to close a discussion on the reparation loan because maybe it's not useful anymore. So my question is, do you think that at this moment, who has the interest of going quickly, in a peace plan? Is more Russia or is more Ukraine?
Of course, on one side, Ukrainian people are killed every day, and their infrastructure is bombed every day. The winter is coming, so it's clearly that they are suffering the most. They want the suffering to end as fast as possible. That is very clear. But at the same time, as it can't be with the price of giving up your country, basically. So this is also quite clear. That's why the work on the reparations loan has to continue, because it makes also Ukraine stronger, and it makes, it sends a very clear message to Russia that Russia can't outlast Ukraine. And I just remind you that Ukraine is fighting for their homeland, for their people, for their civilians. If over 93% of Russian targets have been civilian targets, it's just to cause as much harm and suffering to the people as possible. Any government cannot agree to that you actually, award the one who is doing the killing. And that's why I think, it's also a question why Russia is now making a good face again, because I think they are afraid of this reparations loan. I think they are coming to the point where they are running out of money, and, they want to show outside that they are super strong and everything, but actually, it's not the case. So I think, again, this gives us the reason to be strong, to keep on the course, to support Ukraine, but also pressure Russia. Thank you.
Thank you. This concludes our press briefing. A good evening.
Thank you.